What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Eli, and today we're installing my first modifications on the 2019 B9 Audi SQ5. Let's jump into it. A little front plate delete. Now, the fine state of Massachusetts, where I live, requires a front license plate. And while I plan on abiding by the laws at all times, for this video's sake, I'm going to remove it. Of course, I'll put it back on as soon as I finish filming, but just wanted to, make a video just in case. Basically, on most cars, and I'm actually kind of thankful for this, when they put a front license plate on, they drill straight into the, bumper. This one has some Torx bits that holds this plate mount on. And basically what Audi did is, at the dealer, they were like, you guys are putting on plates crooked and it's killing us. Which, by the way, they still drilled holes here and there. Don't ask me why. You guys are putting on plates crooked and it's killing us, so we're gonna make you this bracket. So at least the bracket won't be crooked, but apparently the plate can be. All you do is you pull this off. Now, you have a gap and something that says pee-pee. Don't ask me why. Not really used to cleaning other people's pee-pees, but in this case, oh, sick. Maybe we're not taking the front license plate off. All right, a little bit of Carpro Eraser took the pee-pee off. Now I'm hitting this with a little bit of polish, just like a regular light finishing polish, and it seems to be taking the lines off for the most part. Then I gotta decide if I'm gonna go through with this or not. This is messed up. So after polishing, this is what we're left with. There's still a hard line here. You can see it up here. And there's still a hard line here. I mean, this has all been protected the entire life of the car, and this has been taking road chips. Does it look silly if I send it with this guy in here and just know that it's never gonna look perfect? Or do I keep the front plate on and be legal? But it looks so silly to have a front plate on. I hate the look of a front plate. All right, let me know in the comments. Do we like this look or do we like this front plate and no wonky lines on the front? I lied. I'm gonna live with it. I think it just looks better overall, cleaner overall, even if there's a slight line there. Yeah, that's never coming out, so. All right, well, that's shinier than that, and it's not perfect, but looks better. I don't know, now I'm torn. Do I try to pop them back out and potentially ruin them, or do I just leave it? I literally have never had this much of a debate about a front plate in my life, and what an interesting start to a video. Front plate nonsense. From there, we actually go back in time to 6 days into ownership, where I was sick of looking at my car completely stuck. Now, I have not changed the wheels yet. It's been 2 months-ish, maybe a little bit more. I've not changed the wheels yet because I'm trying to find something that I like, and I've been struggling with it. But everyone knows that the way to make stock wheels look better is to at least make them more flush. So we went ahead and installed some lowering links from my homie Tyler over at TGK Motorsport, which, by the way, big shout out to TGK. Tyler is a single dude doing a bunch of, well, he's not single, he's married, but he is a single person who is doing a bunch of stuff that a lot of companies can't. He's quit his job and he's doing TGK full time, so if you have the opportunity to support him through a dump box or lowering links or whatever, make sure to do that. These lowering links are from my buddy Tyler over at TGK Motorsport. He hand makes them. Nice small business guy, and look at those. All right, moving ahead with voiceover because that air conditioner in the background was driving me nuts. Anyway, to install the lowering links, you first have to go in and locate the factory lowering link, which is way back there. And all you have to do to take it off is pry the end off. I ended up using a flathead screwdriver as opposed to this trim removal piece, but you have to make sure that you don't flex the level sensor too much because those are expensive to replace. So Tyler's install instructions say match up the length to the factory lowering link, and then every turn to make it shorter in the front, longer in the rear, drops the car by 0.25 inches. So I went ahead and turned it 8 times. He says not to turn it more than 9 or you might get headlight error codes. Now, one cool thing to notice on Tyler's design is there's little pins that actually hold the lowering link onto the little ball that it's on, so you don't have to pry it off. You just slip it on and slide the pin in to hold it. So we went ahead and installed the spacers afterwards. I did 15s in the front, 20s in the rear. These are left over from my old SQ5, and you can see how much more flush the passenger side is compared to this driver's side with no spacer. Looks way better. Then we got the rear installed. As you probably remember, as I said earlier, the rear we make longer. The reason is you're basically tricking the car into thinking that it's sitting higher than it is via the height sensors, and so the car will actually lower itself. There's no actual lowering going on, like the links aren't changing the suspension or anything. They're simply telling the car that it's sitting higher than it's supposed to be, and the car is adjusting lower, which, because it's at normal height, makes the car sit lower. Now with the lowering links on the car and the spacers on the wheel, the car actually looks half decent. I mean, it looked really boring and tall stock. How have the lowering links affected the ride of this car? They haven't. Honestly, rides just like it did before. I ride around usually an individual with the suspension set to sport and everything else set to auto pretty much. If you guys don't know, the air suspension changes height based on what drive select mode you're in. Dynamic being the lowest, and what is it? So it goes dynamic, auto's a little higher, comfort's a little higher, all road's a little higher, and then lift off-road is the highest. That's only available, I think, below 20 miles an hour or something like that. But it's nice. I mean, on the S6, I was a big proponent of the seat module because you could go from the slammed height that I rode around at all the way up to like full-on donk mode. In the SQ5, there's so much ground clearance that I really haven't found myself airing the car up. I just leave it in dynamic. So I think, I mean, the seat module is $1,100, $1,200, $1,300. These lowering links are $100. I think for 1/10 to 1/13 of the cost, it's a no-brainer to at least start with lowering links. Now, do I want to go a little bit lower? Yes. I actually haven't played with how much lower I can go because I haven't seen what I throw faults at yet. But seems like a no-brainer to buy lowering links for $100 and see how you like the car at least somewhat lowered before you go balls to the wall and get a seat module. Now, nothing against the seat module. I loved mine when I had it, but purely on a price standpoint, I don't know, I'd start out with the TGK like I did, and if you want to go lower eventually, you can. And then the spacers, again, are 15, 20. They're the same as the B8.5 SQ5 that I ran on the stock wheels. Not perfectly flush, but way better than what they were before. Overall, these three modifications that we've done in this video, while they're not really big mods, have really allowed me to be happy with the car the way it is. Now, a lot of you are going to say, well, aren't you going to tune it? Aren't you going to put an exhaust on it, this and that? Yes, I am. But you have to understand, for me to leave a car completely stock for 2 months, that means the car is doing something right. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it drives poorly. I think it's actually fairly entertaining to drive. And everything about it is good. So I think it's just a testament to how good the B9 is and how well Audi has done from the factory on this car. I lasted 3 weeks on my last SQ5 before I tuned it. This is like 2 months, no tune, no real other mods than lowering links and spacers, and it keeps me happy. I'm not like disappointed when I see the car. I'd call that a success. Now, are we going to tune it? Like I said, of course. I have my integrated engineering tune dongle. I just got the AWE non-resonated exhaust in. What else are we doing? We're going to do a bunch of stuff. But I've really been taking my time on this because I genuinely enjoy this car the way it is. So, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited to continue the modification journey. Also, trying out power stop pads. Can't give you a full review yet because I haven't really used them that much. But I'll let you know if $100 brake pads are any good, and we'll roll from there. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you'd enjoyed this video. Sorry for missing an upload last week, and if you stayed to the end, comment where you get the best chicken sandwich from. I still think Chick-fil-A is top. Panera chicken sandwich, one of the worst chicken sandwiches I've ever had, so let me know below. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.